There are stars that have already died, but whose light still travels towards us. This audiobook is an invitation to sleep while you discover the most astonishing curiosities of the universe, from impossible planets to voids larger than galaxies. Each fact is a spark of wonder that transforms insomnia into a cosmic journey. And while the body rests, the mind continues to travel. The vastness of the universe is difficult to comprehend. To get an idea, imagine that each star visible to the naked eye is like a drop of water in an infinite ocean, and that ocean is just a small part of a universe that expands endlessly. How is it possible that there is so much to discover? And what does this tell us about ourselves? Perhaps the true journey is not only into space, but also within ourselves. Throughout history, astronomers have been our guides on this journey. From ancient civilizations that looked at the stars and created mythologies around them, to modern scientists who use advanced technology to unravel their mysteries. Each discovery is a step forward, another piece in the puzzle of the universe. But what lies behind the light of each star? What secrets do they hide? Human curiosity has been the driving force behind our exploration. We wonder if we are alone in the universe or if there are other inhabited worlds. Each new finding leads us to ask more questions. What would happen if we found life on another planet? How would that change our perception of existence? The search for answers has led us to develop incredible tools, from telescopes to space probes that cross the solar system. However, despite our advances, the universe remains a place full of enigmas. The immensity of galaxies and the number of stars are concepts that challenge us. How many stars are there in our own galaxy? The Milky Way? Estimates suggest there could be hundreds of billions. Each of these stars has its own story, its own system of planets, and some could even harbor life. How can we even begin to understand all of this? As we reflect on the universe, it is important to remember that each discovery also reminds us of our fragility. Amidst the cosmic vastness, our planet is a tiny blue dot, a unique home in a sea of darkness. How can we better care for this place that has given us so much? Space exploration is not just a quest for knowledge, but also a journey towards self-understanding. As we explore the cosmos, we also face the reality of our own planet. Images of Earth from space show us its beauty, but also its vulnerability. Climate change, pollution, and biodiversity loss are challenges we must confront. What role will technology play in protecting our home as we continue to explore the universe? The desire to know the unknown is part of our nature. Technology has advanced by leaps and bounds, allowing us to look beyond what our eyes can see. Telescopes orbiting in space offer us a clear and undistorted view, revealing wonders that we could only imagine before. What else could we discover if we had the resources and support to continue this quest? Space exploration is a collective effort. It not only involves scientists and astronomers, but also requires the collaboration of nations and communities around the world. Research and development are essential to advancing our understanding of the universe. How can we join forces to ensure that space exploration remains a global effort and not just a privilege for a few? Every answer we find opens the door to new questions. The search for black holes, the detection of exoplanets, and the understanding of dark matter are just some of the areas that intrigue us. What will they tell us about the nature of the universe and our place in it? Science advances, but there is always more to discover. Curiosity is infinite, just like the cosmos. As we reflect on our existence and the universe, it is essential to remember that we are all connected. Every star, every planet, every form of life on Earth shares the same origin, the matter that composes the universe. Isn't it amazing to think that we are all part of this immense cosmic network? As we embark on this journey through the wonders of the universe, let us invite reflection. Exploration is not only an act of discovery, but also a call to care for and value everything we have inherited. What legacy will we leave for future generations? How can we inspire them to continue exploring and protecting our home and the cosmos that surrounds us? Finally, as we contemplate the immensity of the universe, let us remember that each of us has a role to play. Curiosity and the desire to know are powerful tools that drive us forward. In this journey, we not only discover the cosmos but also rediscover our humanity. Are we ready to keep exploring? The Milky Way, our home in the cosmos, is not just a simple collection of stars. It is a vast sea of stars, each with its own story and characteristics. Have you ever stopped to think about how many stars there are in our galaxy? It is estimated that there are between 100 billion and 400 billion stars. To put it in perspective, if each of these stars were a grain of sand, we would have enough grains to fill several oceans. And yet the Milky Way is just one of the many galaxies that populate the universe. With such an overwhelming number of stars, it is natural to wonder, what secrets do they hold? What mysteries have we yet to unveil? Throughout history, we have learned that each star can be very different from the others. Some are giants, others are dwarfs, and some even have complete planetary systems around them. In ancient times, stars were seen as guides in the sky, but as our understanding has evolved, so has our curiosity. Astronomers have developed tools and techniques to observe stars and their behavior in detail. For example, did you know that some stars are in a constant dance, orbiting around each other in binary systems? These types of interactions teach us a lot about gravity and the physics of the universe. Our quest for knowledge has not stopped at the stars. As we have improved our observational techniques, we have begun to unveil the structure of the galaxy itself. The Milky Way is spiral-shaped, with arms that extend across millions of light years. But how do we know this? Thanks to the light emitted by the stars and the way they move, astronomers can map our galaxy, revealing its structure and composition. One fascinating aspect of the Milky Way is its center. At the heart of our galaxy lies a supermassive black hole, known as Sagittarius A*. Can you imagine what a black hole is? It is a place in space where gravity is so intense that nothing can escape from it, not even light. This phenomenon is a reminder of how strange and complex our reality can be. As we explore further, we encounter intriguing questions. Where do stars come from? Most of them form in clouds of gas and dust, where gravity begins to pull matter together. This stellar formation process can take millions of years. But in the end, each star is a reminder that the universe is in constant change and evolution. Stars also have a life cycle from their birth to their death. Some, like our Sun, will live for billions of years, while others, more massive, may end their lives in a spectacular explosion called a supernova. This event is not only impressive but also crucial for the creation of new elements that form the foundations of planets and potentially life itself. The story of the Milky Way is not just about individual stars, but about how these stars interact with each other. Many of them form star clusters, groups of stars that are born together and share a common origin. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to observe one of those groupings from a distance? The view would be indescribable, an explosion of light and color on the vast canvas of space. Throughout the centuries, human curiosity has driven our quest to understand the universe. From the ancient Greeks who looked up at the sky to modern scientists using advanced telescopes, we have made enormous strides in our understanding of the Milky Way. However, despite these achievements, there is still much for us to discover. Stars are just the beginning. As we explore further, we realize that the Milky Way is full of surprises. From planets orbiting stars to the mysterious phenomenon of dark matter that seems to influence its structure, each new discovery invites us to ask more questions. Exploring the universe is, in a way, an endless journey into the unknown. So the next time you look up at the night sky, remember that each bright point you see represents a world of possibilities. The Milky Way is not just our galaxy, it is a testament to the immense beauty and complexity of the universe. As we continue our exploration, each new star, each new discovery brings us a little closer to understanding our place in this vast cosmos. The universe is a vast sea of mysteries, and one of the most fascinating is the number of galaxies that exist. To put it into perspective, let's think of an ocean filled with islands. Each island represents a galaxy, and there are so many that it can sometimes be difficult to imagine their immensity. Now, how many galaxies do you think there are in the universe? The answer may surprise you. It is estimated that there are more than 2 trillion galaxies. Yes, you heard right, trillions. But how do we know this? The answer lies in the evolution of our technology. For centuries, our ancestors looked up at the sky and could only see a few stars. However, over time, we have developed increasingly sophisticated tools that have allowed us to expand our vision. By the end of the 20th century, astronomers began using advanced telescopes that, when observing the universe, revealed an astonishing panorama filled with twinkling lights. When thinking about galaxies, it is easy to imagine a starry sky. But have you ever wondered what lies beyond those bright stars? Each galaxy is a world in itself, with billions of stars, planets, and other celestial bodies. The images captured by telescopes show us fascinating structures such as spiral arms and bright cores. However, the true wonder lies in how we have come to understand these formations. As technology advanced, so did our ability to observe. Radio telescopes and infrared telescopes have opened new windows to the cosmos, allowing us to detect galaxies that were previously invisible to us. Imagine being able to hear the sound of stars or feel the heat of a distant planet, as if you were at the center of a galactic concert. This advancement has been crucial in expanding our knowledge of the universe. But why is it so important to know the number of galaxies there are? The answer is simple. Each galaxy may contain clues about the formation and evolution of the universe. By studying different types of galaxies, scientists can better understand how they form and evolve over time. Through this process, we can unravel the secrets of the cosmos and perhaps find answers to fundamental questions about our own existence. The diversity of galaxies is astonishing. Some are elliptical with rounded and smooth shapes, while others are spiral with arms extending like the arms of a dancer. Irregular galaxies, on the other hand, are like blank canvases displaying a variety of shapes and colors. Each one tells a unique story, and by studying them, we can learn about the processes that have shaped our universe. However, despite all our advancements, there is still much we do not understand. Galaxies are not just collections of stars, they are complex ecosystems where dark matter and dark energy play crucial roles. But what exactly are these enigmatic concepts? Dark matter is a form of matter that does not emit light or energy, making it invisible and difficult to detect, yet it influences the gravity of galaxies. On the other hand, dark energy is an even greater mystery, as it seems to be accelerating the expansion of the universe. As astronomers continue to explore and observe, new questions arise. What about those galaxies that are merging? What will happen when they unite? Such interactions can lead to the formation of new stars and planetary systems. So when we look up at the sky, we do not just see a starry void, but a place where cosmic battles are taking place and new worlds are being created. The exploration of galaxies also impacts how we see our place in the universe. When we understand that we are just a small part of a vast network of galaxies, we are reminded of how insignificant we can be, but also of the extraordinary nature of our existence. Every star in our sky has its own story. And in turn, each galaxy is a chapter in the history of the cosmos. And what about the telescopes that make all this possible? Technology has allowed these instruments to become increasingly powerful and precise. With each new advancement, we are one step closer to unveiling the secrets that galaxies hold. From the Hubble Space Telescope, which has provided stunning images, to next-generation telescopes, our curiosity drives us to keep exploring. The search for new galaxies and the understanding of their nature also leads us to reflect on the future. With each discovery, we open new doors to exploration and understanding. The question is not just how many galaxies there are, but what more we can learn from them. Human curiosity is infinite, and every answer leads us to new questions. So the next time you look up at the starry sky, remember that each point of light you see could be home to billions of stars and planets. Each galaxy we observe is a reminder that the universe is a vast and mysterious place, full of wonders waiting to be discovered. The exploration of the cosmos not only brings us closer to the stars, but also brings us closer to ourselves. to our place in this immense universe. If you're enjoying this journey through the universe and want to keep exploring more cosmic mysteries, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Thank you for being part of this star odyssey. Since humanity has looked up at the starry sky, it has felt a deep fascination for the stars and what lies beyond. One of the most intriguing missions in this quest for knowledge is that of Voyager 1. But what exactly is Voyager 1 and why is it so important? This space probe, launched in 1977, has become the first and only human-made spacecraft to enter interstellar space, a territory that previously existed only in the pages of science fiction. Imagine a small probe the size of a car sailing through the vast ocean of space. Voyager 1 has traveled over 25 billion kilometers since its launch, and its journey has been an incredible adventure. But how has it managed to stay operational for so long? The key lies in its power source. Voyager 1 uses radioisotope thermoelectric generators, a technology that converts heat from plutonium into electricity. This allows it to continue transmitting data even in the depths of space where the sun is just a tiny dot. When discussing its achievements, it is fascinating to consider that Voyager 1 has sent images and data from the outer planets of our solar system, such as Jupiter and Saturn. Can you imagine being part of a team that receives images of these gas giants for the first time? The photographs of Saturn's rings and Jupiter's moons have provided crucial information for understanding the composition and dynamics of our solar system. But Voyager 1's journey didn't stop there. After exploring the planets, it continued its path into the unknown, venturing into interstellar space. The journey has not been without challenges. As it moves farther from Earth, the signal it sends becomes weaker. Currently, communication with Voyager 1 is conducted through a network of antennas around the world, known as the Deep Space Network. This system serves as a bridge between Earth and the distant frontiers of space. Can you imagine what it is like to receive a signal that has traveled for over 20 hours just to reach us? Every bit of information is an invaluable treasure that helps us better understand our place in the universe. One of the most intriguing aspects of Voyager 1 is the golden record it carries on board. This record contains messages and music from various cultures on Earth, designed to be a greeting to any form of life that might find it. Who knows what an extraterrestrial might think upon hearing Beethoven's songs or seeing images of life on our planet? It is an attempt to connect with the unknown, to leave a mark of our existence in the vast universe. As time goes by, Voyager 1's mission becomes a testament to human curiosity. Although technology advances and new probes are launched, the story of Voyager remains alive. What discoveries will it reveal in the future? Will it continue sending data for decades to come? Scientists continue to analyze the information it sends, and every day new questions arise about what lies beyond. In addition to its scientific achievements, Voyager 1 has captured the imagination of generations. The famous photograph known as the pale blue dot shows Earth from a distance of over 6 billion kilometers. In that image, our planet appears as a tiny speck of light in the darkness of space. What emotions does it evoke in you to see that we are just a small dot in a vast cosmos? This image has inspired reflections on the fragility of life and the importance of taking care of our home, but it is not all admiration and discoveries. Voyager 1's mission also raises questions about the future of space exploration. How far can we go? What other secrets await in the far reaches of the universe? The exploration of interstellar space is uncharted territory. And although Voyager 1 has given us a glimpse, there is still much to discover. As we continue to explore, it is essential to remember that every technological advance, every new discovery builds on the missions that came before. Voyager 1 has not only been a pioneer in space exploration, but has also been a symbol of our constant quest for knowledge. It reminds us that although we may feel small in the vastness of the cosmos, our curiosity and desire to explore are infinite. In summary, Voyager 1 is much more than just a simple space probe. It is a milestone of human engineering, a beacon of hope, and a testament to our ability to dream big. Every time we look up at the sky, we can remember that there is a small probe traveling beyond the limits of our solar system, sending data and exploring the unknown. Voyager 1's mission invites us to keep looking toward the stars, to continue questioning and to never stop exploring. The exploration of the cosmos has always been a dream for humanity, and in this quest, telescopes have been our windows to the unknown. But what is a telescope really, and how has its technology evolved over time? Imagine a giant eye that looks beyond the clouds and the atmosphere, revealing secrets that have remained hidden for centuries. The first telescopes, those from over 400 years ago, were simple instruments. With a pair of lenses, an astronomer could magnify the image of celestial bodies. However, despite their simplicity, these devices opened the door to extraordinary discoveries. Who could have imagined that these small tubes could reveal the existence of moons around Jupiter or the phases of Venus? These findings not only changed our understanding of the solar system, but also challenged the entrenched beliefs of the time. As human curiosity grew, so did the need for more advanced telescopes. How can we see beyond what our eyes can perceive? The answer lies in optics. Over time, scientists began experimenting with different materials and shapes of lenses, leading to the creation of more powerful and precise telescopes. However, the Earth's atmosphere presents a significant challenge, distorting and blurring images. But what if we could overcome this obstacle? The answer to that question came with the idea of placing telescopes in space. Imagine a device floating in Earth's orbit, free from the atmosphere, capable of capturing sharp and detailed images of the universe. Thus began the era of space telescopes. With them, astronomers have been able to observe phenomena that were previously invisible. From bright nebulae to distant galaxies, these instruments have expanded our understanding of the cosmos. A crucial backdrop to this story is the Hubble Space Telescope, launched in 1990. This telescope has changed the landscape of modern astronomy. Its ability to observe in different wavelengths has allowed scientists to discover exoplanets, study the evolution of galaxies, and observe extraordinary cosmic events such as supernova explosions. But how does Hubble manage to obtain such stunning images? The answer lies in its design. Equipped with instruments that capture visible, infrared and ultraviolet light, Hubble can see beyond what our eyes can. Each image it has provided is a treasure trove of information, revealing not only the beauty of the cosmos but also clues about the structure and evolution of the universe. However, not everything is perfect. Technology often faces challenges, from the need for repairs to the upgrading of its instruments. Each step is a reminder that space exploration is an ongoing effort. Meanwhile, on Earth, ground-based telescopes have also evolved. Active optics is one of the most exciting innovations in this field. Did you know that these telescopes can adjust their shape in real time to compensate for atmospheric distortions? Thanks to this technology, much clearer and more precise images can be obtained. It's as if we have an artist constantly retouching their painting to make it perfect. The combination of space and ground telescopes has allowed astronomers to gather a more complete picture of the universe. Each contributes its strengths, and together they form a team that helps us unravel the mysteries of the cosmos. How would our understanding of space be without these instruments? It's hard to imagine. Without them, many of the discoveries we consider undeniable facts would remain just distant dreams. The exploration does not stop here. New, even more advanced telescopes loom on the horizon, with technology capable of seeing beyond what Hubble has achieved. What discoveries await us in the future? The answer lies in our hands and in the advancements we continue to make in science and technology. The story of telescopes is a testament to human ingenuity and our insatiable curiosity. Each advancement in this technology not only brings us closer to the secrets of the universe, but also invites us to reflect on our place within it. What other wonders await us beyond our borders? Space exploration is a journey that is just beginning, and each new discovery is another step into the unknown. So as we continue to look to the stars, let us remember that each telescope is a tool that brings us a little closer to understanding this vast and mysterious universe. The quest does not end here, and every question that arises invites us to keep exploring. What will the future hold for us? Only time and human ingenuity will tell. The Hubble Space Telescope is one of the most fascinating instruments ever created by humanity. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to see the universe without the distortion of Earth's atmosphere? Before Hubble was launched into orbit, astronomers relied on telescopes on the surface of our planet, which faced issues with clouds, pollution, and air turbulence. Hubble changed the game by being positioned in space. Above all those obstacles, imagine an eye that can see beyond what our eyes can perceive. Hubble has the ability to detect light in different wavelengths, allowing it to observe phenomena ranging from visible light to infrared. This means it can capture images of newborn stars in the process of formation, as well as galaxies that are millions of light years away. It's like having a superpower that lets us spy on the universe in its purest state. One of the most intriguing questions Hubble has answered is, how many galaxies are there in the universe? Before its observations, there were estimates, but Hubble demonstrated that the number is much greater than previously thought. In a single corner of the sky, known as the Hubble Deep Field, thousands of galaxies were discovered in an image that captured only a small fraction of the heavens. This discovery changed our understanding of the vastness of the cosmos. The beauty of Hubble's images has captivated millions. From the Great Orion Nebula, which is a stellar nursery, to the stunning Abell galaxy cluster, which looks like a celestial collage, each image tells a story. A journey through time and space. But what lies behind those striking images? The answer is the advanced technology that allows Hubble to capture unimaginable details. Scientists have used Hubble to study phenomena such as the expansion of the universe. Through its observations, it has been possible to measure the speed at which galaxies are moving away from each other, a key to understanding the history of the universe. This information has led to the conclusion that a mysterious force, known as dark energy, is accelerating that expansion. Without Hubble, this crucial advancement in our knowledge might not have been possible. In addition to its contribution to cosmology, Hubble has revolutionized astrophysics. It has allowed the observation of exoplanets in distant star systems, revealing details about their atmosphere and composition. This information is fundamental in the search for potentially habitable worlds. So when we look up at the sky, we don't just see stars, we see the possibility of life in other corners of the universe. But what about Hubble's limitations? Despite its incredible capabilities, the telescope faces challenges. The light from the most distant objects is redshifted due to the expansion of the universe, meaning that some of the oldest objects are difficult to observe. This is where the need for new telescopes comes into play. The scientific community dreams of even more powerful telescopes that can take our understanding of the universe to new heights. The story of Hubble is not without obstacles. When it was launched in 1990, it was discovered that its mirror had a defect that distorted images. Engineers faced a significant challenge, but they did not give up. A team of astronauts carried out a repair mission, and after adjusting the mirror, Hubble began sending stunning images. This initial setback became a lesson in perseverance and the ability of science to overcome obstacles. Today, Hubble is still operational, but its time is limited. NASA and other space agencies are working on new telescopes such as the James Webb Space Telescope, which is expected to capture even more detailed and profound images of the universe. However, Hubble will always be remembered as the pioneer that opened the door to a new era of cosmic exploration. The story of Hubble is a story of discovery. It has revealed the secrets of the universe and raised more questions than answers. Each image captured by the telescope invites us to reflect on our place in the cosmos. Who are we in comparison to the immensity of the universe? What other secrets await us in the darkness of space? Human curiosity is what drives exploration. Thanks to Hubble, we have learned more about star formation, the composition of galaxies, and the nature of the universe itself. But there is still much more to discover. Science is a journey, and each new discovery leads us to new questions. The exploration of the universe never stops. So as we observe the stunning images from Hubble and dream of what is to come, let us remember that curiosity and the desire to understand are what define us as a species. Hubble has not only changed our view of the universe, it has also inspired a new generation of astronomers and scientists to keep exploring, keep questioning, and never stop looking up at the stars. What if I told you that telescopes are like the eyes of the universe? Since humans began to look up at the sky, there has been an innate desire to understand what lies beyond. But unlike our eyes, which can be limited by the atmosphere and city lights, telescopes offer us an expanded view, allowing us to explore the secrets of the cosmos. The evolution of telescopes has been astounding. In their early days, these instruments were simple tubes with lenses that captured light from stars and planets. However, as technology advanced, so did the capabilities of these devices. From Galileo's telescopes to today's sophisticated space telescopes, each advancement has opened new doors to knowledge. Can you imagine what Galileo must have felt when he first looked at the rings of Saturn? Active optics is one of the most revolutionary developments in ground-based telescopes. But what does this really mean? Imagine you are at an outdoor concert and the sound is distorted by the wind. Active optics acts like a system of microphones adjusting the sound so you can hear each note clearly. Similarly, these technologies correct distortions caused by the atmosphere, allowing telescopes to capture sharper and more precise images of space. Let's talk about how this technology has changed our observations. Without active optics, images from telescopes could appear blurry, as if you were looking through a fogged-up glass. With active optics, telescopes can adjust their mirrors in real time, correcting imperfections in the light that reaches them. This means we can now see details that were previously impossible, such as the waves on the surface of distant stars. Have you ever wondered how far a telescope can see? Imagine you are on a beach looking toward the horizon. To the naked eye, you only see the ocean, but if you had a telescope, you could see the waves breaking on the shore of a distant island. Modern telescopes can capture light from galaxies that are millions of light years away, revealing secrets of the universe that existed long before our planet was born. Telescopes not only provide us with stunning images, but also allow us to make fundamental discoveries. For example, thanks to them, we have been able to observe and classify thousands of stars, some of which may have planetary systems similar to our own. This leads us to wonder, are there other worlds out there that could harbor life? The connection between technology and human curiosity is undeniable. With each advancement in optics, our possibilities for exploration expand. Astronomy has transformed into a field where innovation and research come together to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos. As telescopes become more sophisticated, so does our understanding of the universe. Space telescopes like the famous Hubble have taken this exploration to another level. By being outside Earth's atmosphere, these instruments can capture light without the distortions experienced by telescopes on the surface. Imagine what it's like to see the universe without any interference. It's like opening the door to a completely new world. Thanks to these observations, we have been able to witness the formation of stars, the collision of galaxies, and even the expansion of the universe. The science behind active optics is fascinating. This system uses a series of sensors and algorithms to measure light distortions in real time. It's like having a team of engineers working in a studio, adjusting every little detail to achieve the best possible result. This technology has allowed astronomers to obtain clearer and more detailed images, which in turn has led to surprising discoveries about the universe. Some might wonder, why is it so important to have such sharp images? The answer is simple. Every detail counts in the search for answers. The quality of the images can influence how we interpret the data. Subtle differences in the light coming from a distant star could reveal crucial information about its composition, age, and potential evolution. The future of telescopes is exciting. With advancements like next-generation telescopes being developed, we expect to see even farther and with greater clarity. These new instruments promise to take our understanding of the universe to levels we can hardly imagine. What secrets will the cosmos reveal to us in the coming years? In summary, active optics and the evolution of ground-based telescopes have transformed the way we observe the universe. They have allowed us to glimpse what once seemed unreachable and have fueled our innate curiosity about the cosmos. With each new discovery, we get a little closer to understanding our place in the vast space that surrounds us, reminding us that there is always more to explore. The story of telescopes is, in essence, the story of humanity seeking answers among the stars, a journey that never seems to have an end. Black holes are one of the most enigmatic phenomena in the universe. What makes them so intriguing? To begin with, they are regions in space where gravity is so intense that nothing, not even light, can escape their pull. This means that if we got too close, it would be like falling into a bottomless pit where the only exit is inward, into the unknown. Imagine throwing a basketball into the air under normal conditions. It will eventually fall back to Earth. But in the case of a black hole, that ball would not only never come back out, but it would be trapped in a labyrinth of gravity. Throughout history, black holes have been a subject of fascination and mystery. Since their existence was theorized, scientists have been on a constant quest to understand them. How do they form? Black holes are born from the death of massive stars. When a star exhausts its fuel, it collapses under its own gravity, creating a point of infinite density known as a singularity. This is like a huge building collapsing, and instead of debris, a small point forms where everything we knew dissolves. Did you know that black holes are not actually black? By not emitting light, they appear invisible, but we can detect them by their effect on the surrounding environment. For example, if a black hole is in a stellar system, its gravity can cause a nearby star to move in strange ways. This is like watching a friend on a carousel. Even if you can't see them directly, you can deduce their presence by the movement of other friends around them. The search for black holes has been a journey filled with surprising discoveries. In 1994, a black hole was first observed in a nearby galaxy. This discovery was a significant step forward, but there is still much to learn. How can we be sure they really exist? Through techniques like X-ray observation, astronomers can identify signals that indicate the presence of a black hole, such as the material swirling around it before being swallowed. Black holes are not just isolated phenomena, they can also be part of a larger system. It is estimated that at the center of many galaxies, including our own Milky Way, there is a supermassive black hole. This type of black hole can have millions or even billions of times the mass of the Sun. Its influence is so vast that it could be considered the heart of the galaxy, generating gravitational forces that affect everything nearby. The idea of black holes has inspired countless theories and myths, from stories of traveling through wormholes to speculations about parallel universes. Their existence has fueled human imagination. But what about the science behind all this? Physicists have developed complex theories about how they work, but many of these theories are still under debate. Could there be a black hole at the heart of our solar system? While this seems unlikely, the possibility of unknown phenomena keeps us in constant search for answers. One fascinating aspect of black holes is the event horizon, which can be imagined as a boundary. Once you cross that line, there is no turning back. Everything beyond is destined to be absorbed, as if it were a giant cosmic vacuum cleaner. This concept also raises intriguing philosophical questions. What happens to the information that falls into a black hole? Is it destroyed forever, or does it exist somehow elsewhere in the universe? This dilemma has led to debates among scientists and philosophers alike. Research on black holes has taken an exciting turn with the development of advanced technology. In 2018, the first image of a black hole was captured using the Event Horizon Telescope. This achievement was a monumental milestone for astronomy, demonstrating that we could finally see something that previously existed only in theories. The image showed a bright disk of hot gas surrounding a dark region, the black hole itself. But science doesn't stop there. As technology advances, so does our ability to study these mysteries of the cosmos. New telescopes and observation techniques are being developed that promise to reveal more about the nature of black holes. Perhaps in the future, we will discover that these phenomena are not only destructive, but can also be gateways to new horizons of knowledge. The fascination with black holes has also influenced popular culture. From movies to books, their representation has captured the imagination of millions. But at the end of the day, how much of what we see in fiction is based on reality? Science and fiction can intertwine. But it is essential to remember that behind every story lies a core of truth that is still waiting to be discovered. As we continue to explore the cosmos, black holes will remain a topic of great interest. Each new discovery brings us closer to understanding not only these mysterious objects, but also the very structure of the universe. With every answer, new questions arise, and that is what makes science so exciting. What secrets will black holes reveal to us in the future? Only time will tell. For now, the exploration of black holes reminds us that the universe is full of wonders waiting to be discovered. Although they may seem terrifying, they are also an invitation to venture beyond the known and to question what we believe we know about reality. The search for answers is not just a journey into space, but also a journey toward understanding our place in the vast cosmos. Have you ever looked up at the starry sky and wondered what lies beyond what our eyes can see? In the vast universe, there are secrets that have intrigued humanity since time immemorial. One of those secrets is the enigma of black holes. These mysterious cosmic objects are like monsters that devour light and matter, and their existence has been confirmed by decades of research. But how is it possible for us to know something so elusive? The quest to understand black holes begins with a simple question. What happens when a giant star runs out of fuel? Instead of gently fading away, some stars collapse under their own gravity, creating a point in space where gravity is so intense that nothing, not even light, can escape its pull. This phenomenon is what we know as a black hole, and its study has challenged our conceptions of physics and the universe. Imagine space as a giant trampoline. If we place a heavy ball in the center, the trampoline will sag, creating a depression. If something lighter approaches, it slides toward the center. This is how the gravity of a black hole works. But how do we know they actually exist? The answer lies in indirect observation. Scientists cannot see a black hole directly, but they can detect its effect on the stars and gas surrounding it. A fascinating example is the supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy, the Milky Way. This giant, called Sagittarius A*, has a mass equivalent to millions of suns. Astronomers have observed how nearby stars move at high speeds around an empty area of space, indicating that something immense is exerting a powerful gravitational pull. It's a bit like watching a group of dancers move on a stage without being able to see the director guiding them, but knowing that it's there. The story of black holes doesn't stop at observation. In 2018, an international team of scientists achieved something unprecedented. They captured the first image of a black hole. This project, known as the Event Horizon Telescope, united radio telescopes from around the world, creating a telescope the size of the Earth. Imagine a giant puzzle where each piece is a telescope in different locations around the planet, all working together to reveal a cosmic secret. But how was that image captured? Scientists used a technique called interferometry, which combines signals from different telescopes to create a more detailed image. It's like several photographers taking pictures of an event from different angles and then, by putting them together, being able to see the complete scene. The resulting image showed the shadow of a black hole surrounded by a ring of bright light, the matter it is consuming. It was a historic moment that opened the door to new questions about the nature of the universe. You might wonder, why are black holes so important? Beyond their intriguing nature, these objects are fundamental to understanding how galaxies form and evolve. The interaction between supermassive black holes and the stars around them can influence the dynamics of an entire galaxy. Therefore, by studying black holes, we are not only unraveling their mysteries, but also those of our own galactic home. Black holes also challenge our understanding of physics. At their core, where gravity is infinite, the laws of physics as we know them seem to break down. This has led scientists to question how relativity and quantum mechanics relate. Two pillars of modern physics. The search for a unified theory that explains both phenomena has become one of the great challenges of contemporary science. It is natural to wonder what lies beyond a black hole. Some scientists suggest that there could be bridges to other universes, or that black holes are gateways to other dimensions. Although these ideas may seem straight out of a science fiction movie, they show us that the universe is a place full of surprising possibilities that we have yet to fully explore. The fascination with black holes has inspired not only scientists but also artists and writers. Books, movies, and television series have created narratives around these cosmic objects, fueling our curiosity and imagination. At the end of the day, black holes are not just physical phenomena but also symbols of the unknown, of what is yet to be discovered. As we advance in our understanding of the universe, black holes will continue to be a focus of study. With each new technological advance in telescopes and observation methods, we get a little closer to unveiling their secrets. The exploration of the cosmos is a journey that never ends, and every answer we find leads us to new questions. The future of black hole research is undoubtedly exciting. From the detection of gravitational waves, which allow us to hear the collision of black holes, to the possibility of studying the behavior of matter near these objects. Each discovery brings us closer to the very essence of the universe. So the next time you look up at the starry sky, remember that there is more than meets the eye. Deep in the cosmos, black holes await us, holding secrets that could change our understanding of the universe and our place in it. The exploration of these phenomena is not just a scientific quest, it is a journey into the unknown that invites us to dream and to keep asking questions. Because deep down, the greatest mystery of all is that there is always more to discover. The search for exoplanets has captured the imagination of scientists and dreamers alike, becoming one of the most exciting adventures in modern astronomy, with over 1 billion stars just in our galaxy. The Milky Way, each of them could be accompanied by a system of planets. Can you imagine the possibility that some of those distant worlds are similar to Earth? That question drives astronomers to explore beyond our own solar system. Exoplanets, those worlds that orbit stars outside our solar system, have been discovered thanks to ingenious methods and advanced technology. But how do we know they are there? One of the most commonly used techniques is called the transit method. Imagine you are at a concert and suddenly someone walks in front of you. If that person is large enough and blocks your view of the stage, you will notice that the stage light dims for a brief moment. Similarly, when an exoplanet passes in front of its star, the light from the star decreases slightly, indicating that something is blocking that light. This small change in brightness is a valuable clue for astronomers. As technology advances, so does our ability to detect these distant worlds. Space telescopes like Kepler have been instrumental in this search. Imagine a treasure hunter looking for a hidden island. Each time they find a clue, they feel closer to their goal. This is how it is in astronomy. Each new discovery of an exoplanet is like finding an ancient map that leads us to a treasure, a new world to explore. But not all exoplanets are the same. Some are gas giants like Jupiter, while others are rocky like Earth. This raises a fascinating question. What makes a planet habitable? The distance of a planet from its star is crucial. If it is too close, the heat can be scorching. If it is too far, the cold can be extreme. There is a sweet spot known as the habitable zone, where temperatures are just right for liquid water to exist on the surface. Who wouldn't want to find a planet that lies right in that zone? Scientists are also interested in the atmospheric composition of these exoplanets. What gases are present in their atmosphere? Is there oxygen, methane, or even water? These elements are clues about the possibility of life. If we detect certain gases in the atmosphere of an exoplanet, it could mean that biological processes are occurring similar to those we have here on Earth. This leads us to an intriguing question. Could we not be alone in the universe? However, the search for exoplanets is not without challenges. The vastness of space is overwhelming, and the methods we use to detect these planets are complex and time-consuming. Often, years of observations are needed to confirm that an exoplanet truly exists. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack, knowing that this needle could have the potential to change our understanding of the cosmos. Moreover, not all exoplanets we find are potentially habitable. Some may be icy worlds, while others may be covered in toxic gases. But each discovery provides valuable information about how planetary systems form and evolve. Each new finding is a piece of the puzzle that helps us understand the diversity of the universe. The technology behind the search for exoplanets continues to evolve. More advanced telescopes are on the way, promising to capture sharper images and more precise data. This will allow us to study exoplanets that are thousands of light years away with a clarity we could only dream of before. Imagine that one day we might be able to observe the surface of a planet and see oceans, mountains, and perhaps even signs of life. Future missions like the James Webb Space Telescope are designed to take this search to a new level. It will be equipped with tools that will allow it to analyze the light passing through the atmospheres of exoplanets, looking for chemical signatures that indicate the presence of life. The anticipation for these discoveries is palpable, and more people are intrigued by the possibilities that could arise. The search for exoplanets is not just a scientific issue. It is also philosophical. It makes us question our place in the universe. If there are other habitable worlds, what would that mean for us as a species? The idea that we are not alone can be both exciting and frightening. It invites us to reflect on the responsibility we have to care for our own planet and how our actions may influence the future of other worlds. Ultimately, the search for exoplanets is a journey that has only just begun. Each discovery opens new questions and possibilities. It reminds us that the universe is vast and mysterious, and there will always be more to explore and understand. So as we look up at the starry sky, let's remember that each bright point could be a doorway to a new world waiting to be discovered. The adventure has just begun, and the potential is infinite. The search for exoplanets has captured the imagination of scientists and astronomy enthusiasts alike. What exactly are exoplanets? They are worlds that orbit stars outside our solar system, and while they may seem distant and strange, their existence could have profound implications for life in the universe. In the vastness of the cosmos, each of these planets could be a potential home for life forms, so it is natural to wonder, how do we find them? Detecting exoplanets is not as simple as looking up at the sky and pointing. In reality, it is a complicated process that requires ingenuity and advanced technology. One of the most commonly used techniques is the transit method. Imagine you are observing a streetlight at night. If something passes in front of it, like a cloud or a bird, the light from the streetlight dims briefly. This is how the transit method works. When an exoplanet passes in front of its star, it blocks a small portion of the light emitted, and telescopes can detect that decrease in brightness. By analyzing these changes, scientists can infer the existence of the planet and calculate its size, distance from the star, and, in some cases, its composition. However, what if the planet is not in the line of sight? This is where another fascinating technique comes into play: radial velocity. This technique is based on the principle of motion. When a planet orbits a star, its gravity causes the star to move slightly back and forth. This results in a change in the light emitted, something that can be measured. By detecting this movement, astronomers can deduce the presence of an exoplanet, even if it is not in a direct line with us. But how many exoplanets are out there? Estimates vary, but it is believed that there are billions. In fact, just in our galaxy, the Milky Way, it is estimated that there could be more than 100 billion stars, and many of them have at least one planet orbiting around them. This leads us to wonder, is it possible that some of these planets are similar to Earth? Could they harbor life? Every time a new exoplanet is discovered, it fuels our curiosity and hopes. NASA's Kepler mission, for example, has been instrumental in identifying thousands of exoplanets in our galaxy. Thanks to its observations, we have learned that planetary systems are much more common than we once thought. Instead of being a rarity, planets seem to be an integral part of the lives of stars. The search for habitable worlds is not limited to finding planets. It is also crucial to understand their conditions. A planet may be in the habitable zone of its star, where temperatures are suitable for liquid water, but that does not guarantee it is a place where life can thrive. The atmosphere, mineral composition, and other factors are equally important. Could we one day send probes to these worlds to study their atmospheres and search for signs of life? The idea sounds fascinating, and although we have not reached that point yet, each discovery brings us closer. The challenges in this search are considerable. Technology is advancing rapidly, but we still face limitations. For example, current telescopes have a resolution that, while impressive, is still not sufficient to observe details of distant exoplanets. However, the next generation of telescopes, such as the James Webb Space Telescope, promises to enhance our ability to explore these distant realms. With its advanced instruments, we will be able to study the atmospheres of closer exoplanets and search for traces of gases that could indicate biological activity. The search for exoplanets also raises profound philosophical questions. If we find life on another planet, would that change our perspective on ourselves? Humanity has looked to the sky for millennia, wondering if we are alone in the universe. The possibility that we are not can be both exciting and terrifying. What implications would this have for our understanding of life? How would we react to the discovery of other intelligent beings? Each new discovery in the search for exoplanets not only expands our knowledge of the universe, but also invites us to reflect on our place within it. As science advances and our telescopes become more powerful, the possibility of discovering new worlds and perhaps even life beyond Earth becomes increasingly real. Are we ready for it? How would it change our view of the world and ourselves? The search for exoplanets is an ever-evolving journey, filled with surprises and discoveries. Every day, astronomers work tirelessly to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos, and while some challenges are enormous, human curiosity and the quest for knowledge are even more powerful. The universe is vast, and each new finding reminds us that there is still much to explore. The question is not whether we will find other worlds, but rather when and how we will do so. In summary, the search for exoplanets is an exciting adventure that combines science, technology, and the eternal human curiosity. It invites us to look up at the sky and wonder what else might be out there, waiting to be discovered. In this way, every step we take in this search not only brings us closer to understanding the universe, but also brings us closer to ourselves, reminding us that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. Dark matter is one of the great enigmas of the universe, often described as a kind of cosmic ghost. But what is it really, and why is it so important? To understand it, we first need to think about how we perceive the universe. When we look at stars, planets, and galaxies, we see what is made of ordinary matter, what we can touch, feel, and measure. However, these visible objects represent only a small fraction of what actually makes up the cosmos. Imagine you are at a party. There are bright lights, music, and many people dancing, but if you turn off the lights, you will realize that there are many more people in the room that you couldn't see before. Dark matter is a bit like that. Although we cannot see it directly, we know it is there because its gravity affects the things we can observe. It's as if dark matter is the crowd in the darkness, influencing the party without us realizing it. Now, how much of this ghost is there in the universe? Surprisingly, it is estimated that about 95% of the universe is composed of dark matter and dark energy. This means that what we know and understand about the cosmos is just the tip of the iceberg. But how do we know this? Through careful observations and studies of how galaxies and stars move. When astronomers observe the movement of galaxies, they realize that there is more mass present than we can see. This invisible mass is what we call dark matter. An intriguing question that arises is, why can't we see dark matter if it occupies so much space in the universe? The answer is that dark matter does not interact with light in the same way that normal matter does. It does not emit, absorb, or reflect light, which makes it completely invisible to our telescopes and eyes. In fact, it's as if it is wearing an invisibility cloak. Imagine someone in a room full of people who, despite being present, cannot be seen. That is the nature of dark matter. Scientists have proposed several theories about what dark matter could be. Some of these theories suggest that it could be composed of exotic particles, which are different from those that make up the matter we know. Other theories suggest that it could be a form of energy that we do not fully understand, but so far, none of these theories have been confirmed. It is like a cosmic puzzle that we have yet to complete. Meanwhile, astronomers continue to study galaxies and their interactions. For example, when we observe clusters of galaxies, we see that they behave strangely. The galaxies appear to move faster than they should according to the amount of visible matter they contain. This discrepancy is a clue that suggests the presence of dark matter. It's like watching a car accelerate at an incredible speed. But you can't see the engine that powers it. What is driving the galaxies? The answer seems to lie in dark matter. One of the most exciting tools we have to study dark matter is called gravitational lensing. This phenomenon occurs when the gravity of a massive object like a galaxy bends and distorts the light from objects behind it. When this happens, we can infer the amount of dark matter in the massive object. Even if we cannot see that dark matter directly, it is a clever way to see what cannot be seen. The search for dark matter has also led to the creation of innovative experiments on Earth. Scientists around the world are working in underground laboratories, trying to detect dark matter particles that might be passing through our planet. It's like being on a treasure hunt, where the treasure is something we have never seen, but we know it is there, hidden in the vast expanse of the universe. However, dark matter is not just a scientific mystery, it also raises profound philosophical questions. What does it mean for us as human beings to know that there is more in the universe than we can see and understand? Reflecting on this can lead us to a greater appreciation of our place in the cosmos and the pursuit of knowledge. It reminds us that, although we have made great strides in our understanding of the universe, there is still an immense wealth of secrets to uncover. When we look at the stars in the sky, each one represents a small fragment of the known universe, but behind those bright lights there is a sea of dark matter that extends beyond our understanding. This vast and invisible component of the universe invites us to keep exploring, questioning, and learning. So the next time you look up, remember that there is more than meets the eye. Dark matter is a reminder that science is in constant search of answers, and that our universe is much more enigmatic than we could ever imagine. Ultimately, the search for dark matter could be the key to unveiling some of the deepest secrets of the cosmos. The exploration of space has been one of humanity's great adventures, a journey that began with curiosity and the desire to understand beyond our home. The space industry, a constantly evolving field, has transformed the way we look at the cosmos. How has it become so important in our modern era? The answer to this question is intertwined with the dreams of past generations and the innovations of the present. Since its inception, the space industry has been driven by a sense of discovery. In the 1960s, when humans first set foot on the moon, a new chapter in history was opened. That achievement was not only a technological triumph, but also a symbol of what humanity can accomplish when it unites its efforts. That first footprint on the moon ignited interest in space exploration, and today that flame continues to burn brighter than ever. Nowadays, not only governments are behind space missions, private companies have burst onto the scene, revolutionizing the way we explore space. What does this mean for the future? Corporations are developing reusable rockets as if they were airplanes, allowing the costs of traveling to space to be drastically reduced. This opens the door to new opportunities, from scientific research to space tourism. Imagine being able to look at Earth from space as astronauts did on NASA missions. Technological advancement has been a key axis in this transformation. Each new discovery, each new mission seems to bring with it a torrent of innovations. For example, satellites have changed our daily lives, from improving communications to providing crucial data about the weather. Did you know that thanks to satellites we can predict hurricanes and monitor global warming? The space industry not only explores the cosmos but also directly impacts our day-to-day lives. But what about the more ambitious missions that are underway? The exploration of Mars has captured the imagination of many. With the arrival of rovers like Curiosity and Perseverance, we have begun to unravel the secrets of our red neighbor. Could Mars someday be a second home for humanity? The possibilities are exciting, and scientists continue to dream big. Advancements in the space industry also lead us to think beyond Mars. The Moon, for example, is back in the spotlight. NASA's Artemis program aims to take humanity back to the Moon, this time with a focus on sustainability. Why is it so important to return to the Moon? The answer lies in the idea that the Moon can serve as a springboard for future journeys to Mars and beyond. Each mission teaches us something new, and every step we take brings us a little closer to understanding our place in the universe. Meanwhile, international collaboration has become a fundamental pillar of space exploration. The International Space Station, a true laboratory in space, is a shining example of how different nations can work together towards a common goal. What can be achieved when the talents and resources of several countries come together? The answer lies in the scientific research conducted aboard the station, where experiments benefit all of humanity. However, the space industry is not without its challenges. Missions are costly and risky. Sometimes rockets fail to launch or probes do not reach their destination. This raises the question, is it worth risking so much in the pursuit of knowledge? The answer is a resounding yes. Each failure brings valuable lessons. Perseverance is key, and every misstep brings us one step closer to future successes. As technology advances, so does our understanding of the universe. The analysis of data collected by probes and telescopes has allowed us to discover exoplanets and explore dark matter. Human curiosity knows no bounds, and the space industry is the vehicle that takes us to those new horizons. But how can we ensure that this exploration benefits everyone and not just a few? Ethics in space exploration becomes crucial. As we venture further, we must consider the implications of our actions. Are we taking care of our planet while searching for others? Humanity's responsibility grows as our ambitions expand. The space industry must be an example of sustainability and cooperation. Finally, the space industry is not just about rockets and missions. It is about a collective dream. It is the quest for answers to questions that have intrigued us since time immemorial. Are we alone in the universe? What other mysteries await us? The exploration of the cosmos unites us, inspires us, and challenges us to keep seeking. In this journey, it is essential to remember that each of us has a role to play. Curiosity and passion for knowledge are the forces that drive space exploration. From scientists in laboratories to students gazing at the stars, we all share the same wonder at the vast universe. The space industry invites us to dream, to explore, and to never stop questioning what lies beyond. As we look up at the night sky, we are met with a fascinating spectacle, our solar system. This is a place where planets, like pieces of an intricate puzzle, dance in a cosmic ballet around a bright star, the Sun. But what exactly is the solar system, and why is it so important to us? It is much more than just a simple collection of planets and asteroids. It is our home in the vast universe. The solar system is composed of 8 main planets, each with unique characteristics, from the small rocky Mercury, which is so hot during the day and so cold at night that it seems like an oven and a freezer at the same time, to the gas giant Jupiter, which could house over 1,000 Earths within it. Each planet has its own story, its own set of wonders and mysteries. Have you ever wondered what makes Earth so special? It is a planet located in the habitable zone, an ideal place where water can exist in liquid form. This is one of the reasons why life has thrived here. Meanwhile, Mars, the 4th planet, has captured the imagination of many with its red surface and its history of liquid water in the past. Scientists are so intrigued by Mars that they are sending rovers to explore its surface, searching for answers about whether life ever existed there. And what about Saturn, with its stunning rings that look like a brilliant jewel in the sky? These rings are made up of ice and rocks, serving as a reminder of the beauty that can be found in space. Every time we see an image of Saturn, we are reminded that nature can create masterpieces that challenge our understanding. But it's not just the planets that are interesting. Asteroids and comets are also part of this cosmic family. Asteroids like those found in the belt between Mars and Jupiter are remnants from the formation of the solar system. Meanwhile, comets, with their long, bright tails, are like messengers from the past, bringing stories from the farthest corners of space. Every time a comet passes near Earth, it offers us a spectacle that reminds us of the vastness of the universe. The history of our solar system is also a story of exploration. From the early telescopes that allowed us to observe the planets to the space probes that have traveled beyond Neptune, human curiosity has driven our quest for knowledge. What lies beyond what we can see? That question has guided scientists and astronomers for centuries. Exploring the planets not only helps us understand our own home, but also offers clues about the formation of other solar systems in the universe. Each planet we study provides valuable information about how celestial bodies form and evolve. For example, by investigating the atmosphere of Venus, we have learned about the effects of global warming, a crucial topic for us here on Earth. Speaking of Earth, it is fascinating how this unique planet hosts a diversity of life that never ceases to amaze us. From the depths of the oceans to the peaks of the mountains, every corner of our home has its own ecosystem. But what if we look to other planets in search of life? Scientists are working hard to answer that question, analyzing conditions in places like Europa, one of Jupiter's moons, which is believed to have a liquid water ocean beneath its surface. The exploration of the solar system also raises philosophical questions. Are we alone in the universe? The search for extraterrestrial life is not just a scientific goal, but also a quest that touches the deepest fibers of our existence as a species. Each mission to Mars or each study of a distant moon brings us a little closer to answering that question. We cannot forget that our understanding of the solar system is constantly evolving. As we improve our technology and methods of observation, we discover new things that challenge our previous beliefs. Science is an ongoing process, an endless quest for truth that adapts as we learn more. As we look to the future, the exploration of the solar system will continue to be a priority for humanity. Missions to Mars, plans to return to the Moon, and research on the icy moons of Jupiter and Saturn are just the beginning. Each new mission will not only teach us more about the cosmos, but also remind us how small we are in comparison to the immensity of the universe. The importance of studying our solar system cannot be overstated. It not only helps us understand our place in the universe, but also provides crucial information about the history of Earth and its future. By understanding how planets work and their interactions, we can better prepare for the challenges facing our own world. Finally, the solar system is a reminder of the wonder and awe that surrounds us. Every star in the sky represents a journey, a story, and the promise of discoveries to come. As we advance in our quest for knowledge and exploration, let us always remember the beauty and complexity of our cosmic home. This is just the beginning of an adventure that we are only starting to comprehend. The moon has been an object of fascination for humanity since time immemorial. Have you ever wondered why we keep looking up at it? The answer is that the moon is not only our natural satellite, but also a mirror reflecting our dreams of exploration. Since humans took their first steps on the lunar surface, we have felt a special connection to this celestial body. Now, with the Artemis program, we are about to open a new chapter in our lunar history. Artemis is not just a name, it is a symbol of a new beginning. This program aims to take the first woman and the next man to the moon, and its goals do not stop there. Imagine a future where the moon serves as a starting point for even more ambitious missions. What would this mean for humanity? It would be as if we had found a trampoline to leap toward Mars and beyond. The moon could become our base of operations, a place where we learn to live on other worlds. The first mission of Artemis, Artemis I, is a crucial step. It is an uncrewed test flight designed to demonstrate that the Space Launch System rocket and the Orion spacecraft are capable of traveling to the moon. But why is this mission so important? Imagine you are building a new home. Before moving in, you need to ensure that the foundations are solid and that everything will work as expected. Artemis 1 is that test that will tell us if we are ready to take the next big step. The next goal of Artemis is to establish a sustainable presence on the moon by 2028. Can you imagine a lunar base where astronauts can live and work for extended periods? This would not only facilitate lunar exploration, but also allow us to conduct far-reaching scientific research. The moon could become a giant laboratory where we can study the history of the solar system while learning about resources that could be vital for future missions. One of the most interesting resources on the moon is water. It has been discovered that there is water ice at the lunar poles. Why is this so important? Water is essential for life, and in space, it can be an invaluable resource. Imagine being able to extract water from the moon for drinking, growing food, and even producing rocket fuel. This could be a game changer for space exploration, making missions to Mars and beyond much more viable. Artemis also has a special focus on international collaboration. Have you ever played a team game? The more players, the more fun it is. Lunar exploration is no different. This program is designed to include allies from around the world, creating a global community of explorers. Together, we can share knowledge and resources, which will not only enrich exploration, but also promote peace and cooperation among nations. The Artemis mission does not stop at the moon. It is also a trampoline toward Mars. Can you imagine stepping on Martian soil? Lunar exploration will teach us many lessons about how to survive on other worlds. Every step we take on the moon will be a rehearsal for what is to come on Mars. We will learn to live and work in a hostile environment, deal with radiation, and find resources that will allow us to thrive. However, not everything is easy. There are many challenges to face on the way to the moon. Technology must be perfected, logistics must be meticulously planned, and astronaut safety is the #1 priority. Each mission will be a puzzle to solve, and every piece must fit perfectly. But what would humanity be without challenges? Throughout history, every great advance has come with obstacles that we have overcome with ingenuity and determination. Lunar exploration also raises philosophical questions about our place in the universe. When we look at the moon, what do we learn about ourselves? The search for answers leads us to reflect on the fragility of our planet and the need to care for it. Earth is our home, and by exploring other worlds, we develop a greater awareness of the importance of protecting the only place we know that harbors life. Returning to the moon is also an opportunity to inspire future generations. How can we motivate young people to dream big? The vision of Artemis can be the beacon that guides a new group of scientists, engineers, and explorers. Every success story in space can inspire a child to become the next great mind behind a technological breakthrough. Space exploration is not just about rockets and planets. It is about cultivating curiosity and the desire to learn. With the Artemis program, we are about to take a leap into a future we have only imagined in science fiction movies. The moon becomes the new stage for our aspirations, and the story we are about to write could be as grand as any adventure tale. Every step on the moon will be a step toward a future where the limits of our exploration expand ever further. The arrival of Artemis also marks a shift in how we view space. It is no longer just a distant and unreachable place. It is a field of possibilities. What discoveries await us on the lunar surface? What mysteries are yet to be unveiled? Human curiosity is a powerful engine, and the desire to discover the unknown is what drives us forward. So, as we prepare for the return to the moon with Artemis, let us remember that this is not just a space mission. It is a journey into the unknown, an opportunity to expand our frontiers, and a reminder that, in the vast universe, there is always more to discover. The moon awaits us, and with it, the promises of a bright and wondrous future. The Earth, our home, is a unique jewel in the vast ocean of the universe. Its beauty and diversity have fascinated humanity since time immemorial. But what makes this planet so special? To understand it, we must explore its environment, its climate, and the ecosystems that allow life. The Earth is not just another planet, it is a perfectly balanced system, from the air we breathe to the water we drink. Every element plays a crucial role, but have you ever stopped to think about how this balance was formed? The atmosphere, with its mixture of gases, acts as a protective shield, keeping the temperature within a range that favors life. Without it, our existence would be as impossible as trying to live in the empty space. The wonders of the Earth are not limited to its atmosphere. On its surface, we find an incredible variety of climates, from scorching deserts to lush rainforests. How can one planet host such differences? It all comes down to the interaction of sunlight, the planet's rotation, and the distribution of water. These factors create microclimates and ecosystems that, in turn, nurture a rich biodiversity. Thinking of the Earth as a living organism can be an interesting way to understand it. Every part of this planet works together, like the cells of a human body. What would happen if one part of that organism deteriorates? The answer to this question is more urgent than one might imagine. We are witnessing unprecedented climate change, and the consequences are already being felt worldwide. Glaciers are melting at an alarming rate. Sea levels are rising, and extreme weather events seem to be becoming more frequent. This leads us to question, what are we doing to protect our home? Human actions, from burning fossil fuels to deforestation, are disrupting the delicate balance that has allowed life on Earth for millions of years. However, not all is lost. Awareness of climate change has grown in recent decades. More and more people are coming together to seek solutions. From renewable energy to biodiversity conservation, there are many paths we can take, but are we really doing enough? The answer may be concerning, as time is running out. The Earth is also a reminder of how fragile life is. Every species, from the smallest insect to the largest mammal, plays a role in maintaining ecological balance. If one species goes extinct, it can trigger a chain reaction that affects many others. Can you imagine a world without bees? These tiny creatures are essential for pollination, and without them, many of our fruits and vegetables would disappear. Often we forget that we are part of this system. The disconnection from nature has led to behaviors that endanger our own existence. What can we do to reconnect with our environment? Sometimes a simple walk in the woods or an afternoon at the beach can remind us of the beauty and fragility of our planet. The Earth, with all its wonders, also offers us valuable lessons. The diversity of its ecosystems teaches us the importance of cooperation and coexistence. In a world where differences often create divisions, nature shows that diversity can be a source of strength. It is crucial that each of us takes responsibility for protecting our home. Our small actions like recycling, using less plastic, or supporting eco-friendly policies can make a difference. Can you imagine a future where every person contributes to the health of our planet? That vision is possible, but it requires collective and sustained effort. The Earth is not just a place where we live, it is a legacy we must care for. Each generation has the responsibility to leave the planet in better condition for future ones. Are we willing to accept that challenge? In our hands lies the power to change the course of our history. In summary, the Earth is a unique place in the vast universe. Its climate, biodiversity, and ability to sustain life are treasures we must value and protect. The next time you look up at the starry sky, remember that each of those stars could be a home for others, but only we have the responsibility to care for ours. Reflecting on our place in the cosmos invites us to act, to be guardians of the Earth so that future generations can enjoy its beauty. The Earth, our home, is an extraordinary place, a planet that has sustained life for millions of years. But what happens when the climate we know begins to change alarmingly? Climate change is not just about higher temperatures. It is a profound transformation in the patterns that regulate our world. This phenomenon challenges us to rethink our relationship with nature and with ourselves. The evidence of climate change is palpable. The seasons are no longer what they used to be. Winter feels shorter, and summers seem endless. Glaciers, those majestic ice formations that seem eternal, are melting at an alarming rate. Can you imagine a summer without glaciers? Without them, many regions of the world would face a critical water shortage. This is not just a concern for polar bears, it is an issue that affects millions of people who depend on those glaciers for their water supply. Another manifestation of climate change is extreme weather events. Storms are intensifying, hurricanes are becoming more destructive, and droughts are lasting longer. Why is this happening? Higher temperatures increase evaporation, which means more humidity in the air. When warm air meets cooler air, more powerful storms are generated. In this context, a simple rainy day can turn into a natural disaster. This instability puts entire communities at risk and raises the question, are we prepared to face these new realities? The ocean, which covers more than 70% of the Earth's surface, is also suffering. Its temperature is rising, leading to the death of corals, those colorful ecosystems that are essential for marine life. Corals are like the jungles of the ocean. They are home to countless species. When corals die, the entire ecosystem is affected. Can you imagine an ocean without life? The impact is not only felt in the water. Coastal communities that depend on fishing and tourism face an uncertain future. Rising sea levels are another consequence of climate change. But what does this really mean? As glaciers melt and water warms, it expands. This results in rising sea levels that threaten many coastal cities around the world. In the not-too-distant future, some of these cities could disappear. Are we willing to lose places that have been home for generations? Furthermore, climate change does not affect everyone equally. The most vulnerable communities, often those that contribute the least to the problem, are the ones facing the most severe effects. This raises a significant ethical question. Who should take responsibility for combating climate change? How can we ensure that everyone has access to the necessary resources to adapt and thrive in this new climate? Agriculture, another cornerstone of our society, is also experiencing changes. Unpredictable rainfall and extreme temperatures jeopardize food production. How will the world be fed if harvests become increasingly uncertain? This dilemma forces us to seek innovative solutions, from climate-resilient crops to sustainable agricultural practices that respect the environment. The good news is that there is hope. Technology is advancing rapidly. From renewable energy to carbon capture techniques, humanity is seeking ways to mitigate the impact of climate change. Clean energies such as solar and wind are gaining ground, but is it enough? Are we doing enough to combat this crisis? Each of us has a role to play in this fight. Small changes in our daily lives, such as reducing plastic use or choosing public transportation, can add up. Awareness is key. How many times have we heard about climate change and felt that we could do nothing about it? Every action counts, and together we can make a difference. Education is another crucial tool. As more people understand climate change, more pressure is placed on governments and corporations to take action. Information is power, and by empowering future generations with knowledge, we are planting the seeds for a more sustainable future. As we reflect on the state of our planet, it is essential to remember that the Earth is an interconnected system. Everything is related. What happens in one corner of the world can reverberate in another. This interconnectedness reminds us that we must act responsibly, not only for ourselves but for future generations. The fight against climate change is a monumental challenge, but it is also an opportunity to reinvent our world. Through innovation, collaboration, and collective action, we can forge a path toward a brighter future. The question is, are we ready to face this challenge and work together for a healthier and more sustainable planet? Climate change is not just an environmental issue, it is a call to action, an invitation to rethink our place in this vast universe. By doing so, we not only safeguard our home but also ensure a future where life thrives in harmony with nature. The story of the Earth is being written right now, and each of us has the opportunity to leave a positive mark on its narrative. The connection between technology and astronomy is a fascinating topic that impacts our lives in ways we often do not stop to consider, from the invention of the telescope to the sophisticated satellites orbiting our planet. Every technological advance has expanded our understanding of the cosmos. What if I told you that the same technology we use to send text messages and watch videos online has also been fundamental in unraveling the secrets of the universe? That's right. Every time we look at the sky, we do so through the prism of the technology we have developed. When the first telescope was conceived, it was nothing more than a simple tube with lenses at its ends. However, that humble device changed the way humans viewed the cosmos. Before its invention, stars were simply bright points in a vast dark mantle. But with the telescope, we began to see details that were previously invisible. Who would have imagined that this simple tool would lead us to discover moons, distant planets, and faraway galaxies? Technology was our gateway to a universe that seemed unreachable. Later on, the invention of astronomical photography further revolutionized our understanding. Can you imagine capturing the light from stars and turning it into an image? That's what astronomers did, and thus, the skies ceased to be a mystery. This ability to see the universe in different wavelengths, from infrared to ultraviolet, allows us to study phenomena that are invisible to the naked eye. Technology acts as a translator, converting signals from the cosmos into languages we can understand, but exploration did not stop there. Over time, space telescopes were developed, such as Hubble, which are positioned above the Earth's atmosphere. Why is this so important? The Earth's atmosphere distorts the light from stars like a fogged-up lens that prevents clear vision. By placing telescopes in space, we have eliminated that obstacle. The images we obtain are sharper and more detailed, revealing galaxies in all their splendor. Now let us reflect on how data technology has changed the way we analyze the information we gather from the cosmos. In the past, astronomers spent hours observing and manually recording their findings. Today, we have powerful computers that can analyze vast volumes of data in seconds. Can you imagine the difference? This ability to process massive amounts of information allows us to identify patterns and discover new phenomena that might otherwise have gone unnoticed. Advances in artificial intelligence are also playing a crucial role. With algorithms designed to learn and adapt, we can teach machines to recognize patterns in astronomical data. For example, they have been trained to identify exoplanets by detecting the subtle dimming of a star when a planet passes in front of it. This type of technology not only accelerates discovery, but also allows us to explore areas of the cosmos that previously seemed unreachable. The connection between technology and astronomy even extends to the way we collaborate on a global scale. Through networks of telescopes in different parts of the world, astronomers can work together to observe a phenomenon. Can you imagine a team of scientists from different continents coming together to study a comet? Today's communication technology allows them to share data in real time, making our efforts to understand the universe truly collaborative. And we cannot forget the impact of technology on education. Nowadays, anyone with internet access can explore the cosmos from the comfort of their home. Apps, interactive websites, and virtual reality platforms allow people to experience astronomy in a way that was once exclusive to scientists. Who hasn't dreamed of traveling to other planets or exploring the wonders of space? With technology, that dream becomes an accessible experience for everyone. Looking to the future, technology will continue to play a fundamental role. We are already seeing advances in the exploration of Mars and other celestial bodies. Robotics, artificial intelligence, and biotechnology are combining to make space missions more efficient and safer. What discoveries await us? Imagination is the only limit. Each new advance brings us one step closer to understanding the mysteries of the universe. The search for life beyond our planet also greatly benefits from technology. With state-of-the-art telescopes, we can analyze the atmospheric composition of exoplanets in search of signs of life. What signals are we looking for? Gases like oxygen and methane can be indicators of biological activity. Technology not only helps us find these worlds, but also provides us with the necessary tools to interpret what we see. However, it is important to remember that technology itself is not the ultimate goal. It is merely a human tool, a bridge that connects us to the cosmos. Without our innate curiosity and desire to understand, none of these innovations would have meaning. Technology is a reflection of our quest for knowledge. And each advance represents a step toward understanding our place in the vast universe. The connection between technology and astronomy reminds us that we are part of something much larger. As we continue to explore and use our tools to discover new worlds and phenomena, we must also reflect on our responsibility in this journey. Technology can open doors, but it is up to us to decide how to use it for the benefit of humanity and the planet. As you conclude this reflection on the intersection of technology and astronomy, consider the wonder of living in an era where the universe is within our reach. Every discovery, every image of a new world is a testament to what we can achieve when we combine curiosity, ingenuity, and technology. The cosmos awaits us. The vastness of the universe invites us to reflect on our own existence. What does it mean to be human in such an immense cosmos? As we look at the stars in the sky, it's easy to feel small, almost insignificant, in the face of the immensity that surrounds us. However, each of us is an integral part of this vast cosmic tapestry. Curiosity and the desire to explore have led us to develop technologies and knowledge that allow us to better understand our place in this universe. As we delve into the mysteries of space, we encounter fascinating questions. What lies beyond what we can see? How many stars shine in the night sky, and how many of them could harbor worlds similar to ours? The quest for answers has led us to explore not only our solar system, but also distant galaxies and phenomena that challenge our understanding. Each discovery is another step on the ladder of human knowledge. The history of space exploration is, in many ways, a story of overcoming challenges. From the first telescopes to the probes that have crossed the boundaries of our solar system, each advancement has been a testament to human ingenuity. Yet, despite our achievements, there are always more questions than answers. What mysteries does the future hold for us? The exploration of the cosmos is not just about finding answers, but also about formulating new questions, about opening doors to the unknown. At the heart of this quest lies technology. Telescopes, those windows to the universe, have evolved in ways that once seemed impossible. How would our understanding of the cosmos be without them? Through the lens of a telescope, we have been able to glimpse the birth of stars, the dance of planets, and the existence of black holes. Each captured image is a cosmic work of art, a reminder of the beauty and mystery that surrounds us. The connection between technology and astronomy is like a thread that ties our aspirations to our realities. Without advancements in optics and electronics, many of the wonders we contemplate today would remain hidden in darkness. What new technologies are yet to come? How will they change our way of seeing the universe in the coming years? Each new advancement brings us a little closer to understanding the secrets of space. The search for life beyond our planet is a topic that ignites the imagination of all. Could we not be the only ones in this vast universe? The exploration of exoplanets, those distant worlds orbiting far-off stars, offers an exciting panorama. The possibility of finding habitable worlds leads us to question our own existence. What forms of life could exist under conditions different from those we know? The answers could change our perspective on life itself. However, as we look to the stars, we must also consider our own home. Earth is a unique place, a refuge amid the cosmic void, but this home faces significant challenges. Climate change, biodiversity loss, and pollution are problems we must urgently address. How can we ensure that our planet remains a habitable place not only for us, but for future generations? Space exploration and the protection of our planet are not mutually exclusive activities. On the contrary, they are intrinsically linked. The science we learn from looking at the cosmos can also be applied to the problems we face here on Earth. Each discovery can offer solutions, and each new technology can be a tool to combat the challenges we encounter. Reflecting on our place in the universe invites us to adopt a broader perspective. How can we leverage what we have learned from space exploration to improve our lives here on Earth? It is a challenge that requires the collaboration of all, a collective effort to build a better future. Science and exploration are not just for a select few, they are a shared responsibility. As we look ahead, the future of space exploration shines with promise. New missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond are on the horizon. What discoveries await us? Each mission is an opportunity to learn and grow, to expand our knowledge and understanding. As we move forward, we must remember that every step we take is a celebration of our curiosity and our desire to explore. In conclusion, the universe is a place full of wonders, but also of challenges. The pursuit of knowledge must continue, not only out of a desire to understand, but out of a necessity to do so. The history of humanity is intertwined with the cosmos, and it is our responsibility to keep exploring, learning, and protecting our home. What legacy will we leave for future generations? That is the question we must carry in our hearts as we continue our journey in this vast and mysterious universe.